In this episode of 101 Reasons Why Bianco is a lying shitbag and criminal, we learn about how Bianco and his minions have allegedly been stealing money from taxpayers through overbidding on projects and laundering that money into Bianco's campaign for California governor.
I know Mr. Lujan had mentioned something about one-day wraps, where the buses were wrapped. What people don't know is that the sheriff's department was initially going to use the same company that the San Bernardino County Sheriff's uses for their buses. But Chad and his little in-crowd, he befriended this gentleman named Brian Ware, the owner of One Day Wraps. So rather than go through the bidding process to get this wraps done on the buses, Bianco just said, have him do the wraps.
There is plenty of evidence that Bianco was wined and dined by the owner of this company, invited to events and concerts, which is highly inappropriate and stinks of bribery and corruption.
And after the wraps were completed, there were some questions regarding the bidding process for those jobs. Somebody spoke out and said, hey, this is not right. We can't be doing this. This has happened repeatedly where somebody speaks out about the process regarding the contracts. So Zach Hall, which is another piece of work, Zach Hall should have been fired a long time ago for lying when he was questioned about having sex with one of his subordinates. And during the questioning, he denied it. Little did he know that the other department members had already dined them off and said, yeah, we were having sex. So that's Zach Hall. So Zach Hall is told, hey, go out there and make this right. Somehow figure it out so that it looks like we've gone out and we've had all these bids on these bus wraps. So way after the fact, after the buses have been wrapped, Zach Hall orders people to go out there and get bids on a job that's already been done. And he said, quote unquote, make sure that they're a lot higher than what we already paid. So that's how they cover things up.
All indications are that Bianco is having a hard time raising sufficient funds for his California governor's campaign, yet he's currently the front runner. So the question is, where's Bianco getting this money from?
We've had contractors with the sheriff's department. They have come up to me and said, there is something shady going on with this Ramon Tadros guy who's in charge of the contracts, the construction with the sheriff's department. He said, from what I understand, they are overbidding all of these jobs throughout the county. All of these Orange County contractors came to Riverside County when Robert Gunzel came over here, and he took position as assistant sheriff for Bianco. So Ramon Tadros was one of those. He was the construction guy over in Orange County, and Gunzel brought him over. So this contractor says there is something shady going on with the contracts that are happening. These contracts are being way overbid, and from what I understand, the money that is being paid to these contractors, a portion of that is being kicked back to Bianco's campaign for bathrooms that are $800,000.
Maybe it's time for California to look toward other governor candidates, like Leo Zaki, who will hold corrupt officials like Bianco accountable.